Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you are watching from. We're doing something a little bit different today, as you can tell by the environment. The rest of the month is going to be very different doing these lives because we are going to be out and about. Um, and I'm just waiting for Angelo to join me. Angelo is currently in Las Vegas, and he's going to be joining us from the Rio Hotel, the Rio Hotel and Casino. And I'm actually at the airport at Vancouver YVR International Airport, and I'm going to be picking up some friends shortly. They are just coming back from a big long trip, and they flew in last night from Chile to Toronto, and today they are flying from Toronto into Vancouver. So we're gonna talk about Vegas today, talk about some of the updates from um, okay. Just got a note from Angelo. Angelo is going to be joining us. You recall Angelo, he joined me in the live stream when I was at the um, Hyatt Vivid last summer, and also when he was recently in the Dominican Republic. So he joined us from Secrets Cap Cana and showed us what that was like. And he's volunteered to help us out again. So he's going to show us a little bit of the Rio Hotel and Casino. And he's also sent me some photos. So we're going to chat a little bit about that. Oh, Tammy's asking, how's the new car? It's pretty good, actually. We recently had to upgrade our vehicle, and we went from old school where you actually, had a key, and now it's all the push button stuff, and it's all digitized, and takes a little bit of getting used to. I feel like oh, what's going on? It's beeping at me. I don't know what's going. Oh, Angelo's trying to join, I think. Anyways, yeah, it's tricky. Okay, what is going on? He was just in the elevator in the lobby, so it might be a case of, oh, there we go. Hello. Oh, and he's gone. We'll see how this goes today. Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah, how you doing? Oh, and he's gone again. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. He did send me a bunch of photos ahead of time, so um, if he's going to just keep dropping, then this is really bizarre. But casinos, right? Like they're going to have some pretty serious um, a lot of metal, first of all. So if he's on data, I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we shall see. But yeah, like in the new vehicle's good. So yeah, next week, Tammy and I are going to be on the fabulous Explora journeys, the Explora One. They have currently they have um, six six ships that they're building, but I believe okay, he was on the hotel Wi-Fi. He's flipping off of that. Um, so sorry, lost my train of thought. Yeah, so we're gonna be at sea next Wednesday, and so I will take you on a little tour of the ship. Now, I've been thinking about the timing, and I think normally I would do sorry, somebody's just like walking by my vehicle, like whatever. Normally I would do 9 a.m., I think. Anyways, I'm gonna have to work it out, so stay tuned. Today or tomorrow, I will post the preview for next week's video so you can see what time is gonna work, because I just don't want to do it when there's a whole bunch of people around. So here we go. Hi.
Better? Hey, how are
Yeah,
you?
that seems a bit better.
Okay,
With the
sorry
Wi-Fi,
about
it just
that.
kept popping.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was a strong signal, but it just refused to hold it. But I'm on site,
Yeah,
so it's all good. How are you guys?
awesome, awesome. Good, good. How are you?
Doing good. I have the camera though. In 1 second. Let me just fix this video. Oh my goodness, it's been one of those days.
Tell me about it.
Okay, it's on reverse, but it's okay because I'll flip it over the
Oh,
other way. Hi. So yeah, I'm down here. I made it to the Rio.
so how's the weather down there?
It is cold. Well, relatively cold. High 50s, low 40s, but there's no humidity down here. So with no humidity, everything feels colder.
So it's like, okay, that's 10 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Well, I'm up here
So
in
every
Vancouver and I believe it's
8 Celsius. Okay, yeah. So you're about the
8
same.
Celsius. Yeah, yeah. So pretty similar, but I'd rather be in Vegas. Less
I don't
expensive
know.
to be here though.
It depends. If you want to, go to the games, play the slots and all that. Yeah, but you just got to win. You don't want to lose.
Yeah, well, that's the tough. You're never guaranteed. Oh, cool. There's a plane just went over. I was hoping I'm at the airport and I'm at the end of the runway, which could be good or bad. But I was hoping there would be some big planes flying in, and there's supposed to be one flying to Air India is supposed to be taking off shortly, but I don't
Okay,
know. I think it's taking off the other way, so we may or may not see it in the background.
miss
So
it.
yeah. So how long have you been in Vegas?
I got here yesterday at noon.
Okay.
And then
And
as
did
soon
you
as I landed, it's been running, 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 because I have friends who've
oh,
gotten here the day before me. So it was catch up, whatever. And I'm here for the
mhm.
CES trade show.
Yeah.
But what's funny about it, running around from one thing to the next, I haven't even made it to the showroom floor yet. I had to
Oh,
run to a
wow.
media invite. I had to,
Uh-huh.
do one of my other friends is a streamer for a company that's part of it. So I had to go down there. I was running. So I've been just running nonstop.
To me, oh, CES is the Consumer Electronics Show, right?
Correct, exactly.
So this is where you get all the funky gadgets for the year and all good. Now, do they hand out a lot of stuff at these shows?
They do, they do. So you get these bags, and you initially start, and you're like, "Oh, it's not that bad." I get a couple little trinkets here or there. All of a sudden, by the time you're done, your arm's gonna fall off every day
Yeah.
because it's so much. Because they
The
all they want to give you their name. They want the marketing name, so they put it on something, and it's just
yeah.
amazing.
I remember like it's always been the same thing going to travel agent shows, anything in the industry, and you've got hotels and airlines and tour operators, and like you say, everybody wants to give you something, even destination people, and you go in and be like, um, whatever the California Tourism Board, and they're handing out. I don't know, probably like something recycled, and then you go to
Yes.
Las Vegas and they're giving you like a little fake slot machine or something as a little squishy
The
toy.
amount of the amount of USB flash drives I've already received and power banks is off the charts. I don't think I'll be able to get through TSA coming back home because there's so many of them already. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
just a little, because you have to put them in your, and I did a carry on only. So I'm
Yeah.
going to have to like hide them in that back corner of my suitcase and push it through and
Yeah,
see if it makes it through.
no kidding. Um, and now can anybody go to the show or is it by invite only?
So you have to be part of the industry in some
Yeah.
way. The industry though is very wide now, because it's a consumer
Mhm.
electronics show. So you got stuff from mainstream TVs to robotics to computers to home appliances. So if someone works in the appliances, I don't know if you know this, the CES show is the largest show in Las Vegas every
Yeah.
year. It brings in
Yeah.
175,000 people approximately. So so
Unfortunately.
so the show has ballooned because when I first started coming here, I came through back in '07, no, about maybe '08. And that was during the recession down in the US. And when I went, it was like 70,000 people. And I'm like, this is awesome. This is no big deal. But every year
Yeah.
it's just been getting bigger.
Wow. Yeah, so Christine's just saying, yeah, that they when she goes to shows that for her industry, that it's just swag, swag, swag. It's kind of fun. I like it, but you do end up with a lot of stuff that you think, oh.
What
Okay,
am I
who
going
can
to
I
do
give
with
this
it?
to?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I
I
may
mean,
or may not have a drawer with stuff like that.
well, and like how many of your friends are thinking, "Oh, a portable charger. I could totally use that for my
Oh
next
yeah,
vacation or whatever." Right? So,
I give them to my parents because they're like, oh, this is so cool. I didn't know I could charge my phone with just a little cylinder. And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So they
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So tell us about the Rio Hotel and Casino.
So I mean, I don't know how familiar. I mean, I know you guys are familiar, but the Rio opened back in the '90s and was the thing at the time. But after what 10, 20 years, 30 years, they let it run. They let it run up, fall apart. So like the
Mhm.
last when Caesars was still holding it, Caesars does not own it anymore. It's part of the high. It's part of Dreamscape, which is partnered with Hyatt Group. So if you're a globalist and all that, you get all your benefits here. You get the
Oh,
nights comped, the nights, the qualifying nights. You get your
mhm.
globalist breakfast. You get your upgrades. You get your stuff. Um, so what ended up happening, Caesars ran it into the ground for the last almost 10 years. They were just not doing
Yeah.
anything to it. So, I mean, I wouldn't come in here to say, there was no way. So what ended up happening, the other company bought it, and now they put $350 million into it. And
Wow.
there's two towers. There's the Ipanema Tower, which is the one that's only about 20 stories, and then there's the Big Masquerade Tower, which is 50 stories. And in the last year, they've gone through the whole Ipanema Tower, redone all the rooms, all the furniture, the beds were thrown out, everything, and started from scratch, like as an empty box, and took care of it all. And the casino, they've redone the lobby, and coming on this side, it's great. I came here back in September to test it out to make sure it was going to be okay for the CES show, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I came again, and the other tower, the Masquerade, when I was here in September, they had not started working on it yet. They just started probably about a month ago, and they've got a couple floors done, and they're just doing it floor by floor. But so if you when you book, you want to make sure it's specific which tower you're going to,
Gotcha.
because of course the Ipanema Tower is a little bit more expensive.
And now the renovated rooms. So the thing with the Rio that differentiated itself from the other like, strip hotels, because the Rio is not located on the Las Vegas Strip itself. But the thing that
Correct.
differentiated it is that it was the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. So are they
Yes.
still suites? Like, do you still have a mini fridge in the room? And if so, is it empty?
Yes, it's a mini fridge and empty.
Okay, which
So
in my opinion is a good thing because if you go and get little room drinks, then you can
yes,
put them in the fridge and keep them chilled. Or if you go out for a nice meal, um, by comparison to portion sizes you would get here in Canada, or even I think mostly outside of Las Vegas, the portion
yes.
sizes are massive. So you can
Oh,
always get a takeaway box and then chuck it in your room, and then you've got leftover, gourmet Angus steak for breakfast the next day.
yes. What's nice about it, the mini fridges are actually larger mini fridges that have two doors on it. The one side is
Oh,
specifically for you to put drinks in, and the other side is for you to put takeout containers.
oh, cool. Oh, well, that's a
Yeah,
nice improvement then.
yeah. And then the other thing too is there's a Walgreens right down on the opposite side if you go out the side door. And so if you want to go, because I mean, I don't know how many times you want to buy $7 bottles of water.
Yeah,
So you go to the Walgreens, stock up, get your chapstick, get your
yeah,
the waters, get some snacks, so you're covered for during the day the
yeah.
munching part.
Your eye drops.
Oh my God, yes, yeah, it's so dry. The humidity is non-existent here.
Now, how is it from a smoke perspective? I know that, like, I'm not a smoker, never have been, and
Right.
that used to always be the biggest shock factor is when you'd go to Las Vegas and you go to the casinos, the smoke just hits you. And is it the same as it's always been, or would you say things have improved?
Yeah, no, they've improved. So that's Vegas still allows smoking at the slot machines that are in front of me and at the
Mhm.
tables. But no, they have very good filtration. So it's very you can't. I mean, if someone's smoking at the slot machine next to me, you'll smell it. But Outside
Yeah.
of that, yeah, no, it's not that, and not an issue like it used to be.
Oh, it's encouraging. It's good to hear.
Yeah, yeah, because
All
the
right. So
last time last time you were here was how long ago?
11 years.
Yeah, so yeah, it's changed and it's
Yeah.
craziness. What's going on the strip is amazing and ridiculous.
But you know what? To me, like I'm old school Vegas, and well, maybe not old school, like not in the Brat Pack days, but I really liked it in the '90s when all the
Yes.
hotels had a different theme. You know, the MGM had the theme park in the back with the rides and all that kind of stuff, and you know, the Aladdin Hotel and all this kind of thing. And so, to me, I think honestly, if I was going to go back to Vegas, I would probably go and stay on somewhere in Fremont Street because it's a little bit less to me, the hotels on the Las Vegas Strip are just over the top now.
Yeah, and they're getting even bigger and remodeling
Yeah.
and doing. I mean, the Venetian is going through a remodel and putting $1.5 billion into it. So
Yeah.
and the other thing I noticed, because I've been coming to Vegas for 20 years myself, the shows are all gone. Remember TI Treasure
Oh,
Island had its show,
yeah.
Mirage with the volcano, that's all gone. The
Yeah.
only show that's left is the fountains on Bellagio.
Uh, which
Yeah,
I do enjoy those, but if that's the only thing that's left, that's kind of I
yeah,
don't know. I
and
mean, I guess things evolve, but I don't know. I liked it the old way.
yeah, yeah. And you remember you used to walk down the side of the street. Everyone used to walk to go to the one show to the next to the next. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's gone. I mean, other you go to set up to see the Bellagio thing, then you don't
Hmm.
see anything else. Um,
Yeah.
but now, you were asking me earlier. All these hotels now are all pool party hotels. You know,
Okay.
they, but so one thing here, which I found out in September, the Rio has not done that. They have four pools. When I was here, only two of the four were open
Yeah.
because they were still fixing the other two. But if you go to any pool, if you go to the Venetian, you go to Bellagio, pick Aria, pick the hotel, you can't get a chair. You have to pay for
Hmm.
everything. Just to get a chair. So
Yeah.
the Rio, the chairs are included. They're free. If you want a day bed, you have to pay, and if you want a full on cabana,
Okay.
you have to pay for that. But
Okay.
outside of that, no, you actually get chairs. Which like I was like, holy cow, shit. I
So I
had
think
not
that's
seen
the
that.
only other. I think that's the only other hotel that is doing that. The Tropicana was the last holdout on the Las Vegas Strip, and of course that's being torn down to make a was it a baseball arena or something?
Correct, baseball
And
stadium.
yeah, so and that was that hotel did offer complimentary pool access, not only pool access, but also the pool loungers, which you
Yeah,
sort of think like, why? So I could go to the pool, I could go for a swim, but I can't sit on a chair?
yeah.
Like,
Isn't that insane?
I guess somebody had the idea and thought, hey, here's a revenue stream that we haven't explored. And everybody else said, oh, good idea. Let's do that too. Let's hope, people, that the resorts in Mexico and the Caribbean never resort to this.
Oh
'Cause
God, no. Oh, and
can
the
you
other thing
imagine?
too, the cut. Yeah, and the Cape. So if anyone who's familiar with the current Vegas and gets a cabana at what used to be the Hard Rock or now the Venetian, all that, during the weekend, a cabana at the Hard Rock was 10 grand.
Okay,
Yeah,
I could see where you were going with this, and I was expecting you to say, $300 or like $500 or maybe even 1,000. Ten
no,
grand?
10 grand was the Hard Rock pool parties and it's on a Sunday. That was a
Oh
Sunday
my God.
to get a cabana,
That's
and they
crazy.
and then do the math. They had 50 to 60 cabanas.
What? Okay, so
Mhm.
when you're talking the Venetian's doing a $500 million renovation or expansion, I mean, this is chump change for them. I
Yeah,
mean, so
yeah.
the casinos are not just, I guess that's a good thing. They're not just making money off the slot machines now.
No, no, they're
So,
making it everywhere.
so yeah,
Everywhere. Everything is a cash revenue source now.
yeah. So what else are you going to show us today?
I can show you guys. So I can show you guys the front lobby how it's changed because if you've seen videos from 2 years ago at the Rio, it was very dark, dingy. dirty. It was all the above. So they've redone. They put a new circle bar, which I'll show you guys in a second. I'm walking up to the front now, and then I can
Right.
walk you guys through the slot. I can walk you guys through the slots. I can show you kind of quickly the tables, and then I can take you guys to the food hall if you like. Oh, you still there? I'm not sure if we're still there. I can see myself. Interesting. It says live, so I'm going to go with it. All right. So this is the front lobby, the front entrance. You come in. There's the big carport where they drop you off. Check-in counters. They, of course, have the new...
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. I haven't done that before, so
Okay, it
I'm
was
gonna
you.
let you go full screen. But when I'm not in the picture, I'm muted, so I will pop back on if I have any questions.
Oh, okay, good. I thought I lost you. Okay, so here's the new front express check-ins that they have running. This is the new circle bar, which they have called it Lamp of something. I'll put and walk over there. I'll see the sign. It's a new name. Go ahead, Christine.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about that remote check-in thing. Like, I love the
Yes.
convenience of it. I love the efficiency and the gadgetry of it. But I guess that means the $20 trick is long gone now.
Yeah, the $20 trick, and I think the computers are pretty much set up that they don't even allow it anymore. So what's
Oh.
interesting, when I got here yesterday for check-in, and I actually tried to use it because there was a long line right here, and I was
Hmm.
like, let me go there because I've already been, the room type was already selected, everything was done for mine, right? So I knew what I was
Yeah.
getting, and I went there and I hit the thing, click the confirmation, da 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 da, and it says, oh, room not assigned yet. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So I said,
Yeah.
all right, fine. I said, I can't, I stopped the check in there and I got myself in the line and I waited in the line for a half hour to go through it. I got through it and I got up there and the girl was like, oh, yeah, no, I got your room and da 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 da. And I was able to check in, take my bags right away and drop them all off so I could start the day.
Hmm.
Um, so, yeah, I guess I tried it to see. I would say take it with a grain of salt, but yeah, on top
Yeah.
of it though, I don't think the $20 trick works that well at most of these hotels anymore because the computers
Yeah.
are pre-selecting the rooms.
Right, right. I guess, and that's probably more efficient. But so what it was, for those of you who don't know, is what it used to be is I would hand over my driver's license or my passport, the credit card, and I would have a $20 bill tucked in between the two items, and they would take it, and everybody knew what was going on. And so the staff member would take it. They would say, "Oh, excuse me, I'm just going to go check the computer." They would walk, turn around, whatever, and somehow, despite there being 1,000 cameras in that area, they would manage to slip the money into their pocket, and they would come back and they'd say, "Okay, well, we can put you in a player's suite with, like 1,000 square feet and whatever else." So it was kind of,
Yeah,
sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but if you were essentially saying you were paying $20 and you might get an upgrade or you might not. So
all right. And then here's there's two sides of the slots, and there's one side with casino tables that are here. They've got about casino wise, they're smaller than a lot of these other big hotels. I would say they probably have 25, maybe 30 tables in total. And then, of course, they have the roulette machines and craps, a lot of card games, of course, blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pago, all that fun stuff right here. Um, so that's one of the things. If you're really crazy on gambling, they're not going to have every single game like you'd find at a MGM property, for example. What's interesting here too is they've really, and I was only here 3 months ago, they've already added a whole bunch more slot machines. They're going way back here. This was empty back then, and they've added new slot machines going down this way towards the Masquerade Tower. I'm going to show you guys the Masquerade area just to give you guys a little bit of the you'll see the shock value on what's going on, how this is nice and new and clean. new carpet they did, the whole thing. And Masquerade, they haven't really started in the downstairs area yet. At least the last time I was here. Yeah, no, it's the same, I can tell. But I'm gonna walk over there so you guys can see it. And you'll see the difference as we transition past these elevators and how much quieter it is and darker.
So it's interesting to me. Like I said, that's been such a long time since I was in Las Vegas. The last time I was there, you could not have done this. By now, there
Oh
would have
yeah.
been somebody would have stopped me within 30 seconds and said, "You're not allowed to film in here." So
And
this is
if you
interesting.
saw there was two different security guards I've walked past. They're totally fine. Actually,
Yeah.
there's a whole community of live streamers who take their cell phone, prop it on a tripod in front of a slot machine, and they
Wow.
play and they stream the whole play. They're totally fine with that now. It's a whole like I don't
Interesting.
even know, new culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now
Interesting.
if you see how much darker and there's nothing really going on over here, this is the Masquerade Tower, which if you look up, you can see the old tracks where they used to do the floats that used to go around and the big Rio party every few nights. I don't know if you guys remember that,
I do, but do
but
they not do that anymore at all?
no, it's gone. That show's
Oh,
gone right now. Yeah, that got closed
probably
maybe
eight
15
years
years ago.
ago.
Yeah, 15 years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're like I said, there's not they. This actually had some old slot machines. They cleared this all out, so they're up
Yeah.
to something over here. I don't know what they're up to.
Okay.
They still do a live music, as you guys can see here, every Saturday. It looks like now. So they're trying to start using this space, but they haven't officially gotten to that yet. Um, and then at the very back, there's a Kiss museum slash arcade slash pinball. I'm sorry, uh, mini golf back there. And then upstairs, there's a smash burger. And then there's the big steakhouse, which is up on the 50th floor called Voodoo. But that's only open on Fridays and Saturdays. So they're not using this side efficiently yet. And I understand why, because it's not been fixed up. But the other
Okay.
side, oh, go ahead.
No, I've just got to, I'm throwing up the pictures of the Kiss area.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
outside.
Now that picture, right? If you go back,
Oh, yeah.
that picture up there, that corner I was trying to show you guys, that's the Voodoo Steakhouse. They have
Ah,
you eat up on the 50th floor, but then they have an outside patio area that you can go up there, take pictures, sit out there for if you want for a little bit, and it's facing toward the strip, and you can get amazing photos of the strip and see the strip
oh,
beautifully at night.
cool.
But it's only open on Fridays and Saturdays right now.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So there's a bar that's over here, but this is never open. Probably on that Saturday night when they do live music. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess I was just trying to show you guys this side is the side you don't want it. I mean, this is not where anything's happening. The
Right.
Ipanema Tower is where everything's at.
Gotcha. What was
So
the
I'm gonna walk.
story with this?
Oh, so what's interesting? So I showed you guys there's a smash burger back there, but then
Hmm.
when we go over to the food hall, this whole new food hall concept has been going on. And I noticed it when I was over at Caesars yesterday. They've done a food hall concept, and of course MGM did it too. And when we get over there, you'll see it. They have about 8 restaurants that are like more conveniency, like when I say convenience, like more quick service, like they have that Attaboy, which is their version of a smash burger. They have a burrito place that's like their version of a Chipotle. They have a ramen shop. They have a chicken place, and with all these different places, they have them all set up in one area. You can order from a computer or in person, and it will take it, and you can all sit there, and they will bring it to you. So it's kind of interesting.
That sounds very civilized.
Yes. There's
I
also,
like
which
it.
is something you don't see anywhere else, but it's here. There's a Indian buffet restaurant here. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it's any good or not. But with buffet, you never see Indian, but you know, when you there's a lot of South Asian people, so they love it, I guess.
That's very interesting. Good to know. Do you have any idea on the pricing?
That I do not know, but I do know
Okay.
it's all been very reasonable here.
Oh, good.
Like
That's unusual.
Guy Ferrari's is down here. They have a burrito place.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. The pool is down here, but it's closed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the signs. This pool's out for the winter.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, it's January.
Yeah. Now, I think you had those couple pictures that were coming up on the Voodoo thing after the Voodoo one.
Yeah.
That would show you the two pools. I happened to grab it when it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
super busy. So, but you'll see that they had the pool chairs. You'll see the day beds, and then they only have maybe in total 10 cabanas, and the
Hmm.
cabanas are only $200, and the day beds are
Oh,
50.
okay. That's not bad.
No,
That's Mexico resort prices.
yeah, and then you got the
Oh,
Starbucks, of course. We also have this has been very popular here. I've noticed that now everyone's in here. There's a Korean barbecue called Kings. I know, I'm sorry. I think I have the camera reversed, so it's showing it backwards on you guys. I didn't get a chance to fix that.
no worries.
And it wouldn't let me change it. Now, what's also interesting, they opened this restaurant here when I was here in September called Lucky's. And I think they're using, actually, I know they're using this more. It has sandwiches, think burgers, of course, but they actually do serve steaks and all that down here too. So they have been doing uh, more of a mixed menu, even with more high end here, since I know that the Voodoo Steakhouse is in the old building. And when you go and get out of the elevator, you're like, wait, this is not very nice looking. So I think they've been using this to supplement it.
Cool. So
And then
I'm gonna.
oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and here's the whole slot machine area. When I was here in September, there's probably maybe there's been about another 33% more slot machines thrown in here. It's funny, I have to weave now a lot more than I was here last time. I'm dodging and weaving all these machines.
Oh, sounds good.
And then here comes the food hall. It's coming up. For you guys, it's showing on the left, but it's my right. So they have a tender church crush, whatever they're calling this. This is the chicken, it's like their version of like a Chick-fil-A / Popeye, something like that. They have a Tony Luke's for subs, sushi and sake.
You're
It's
making me
still
hungry.
closed. I know, it will open in just a little bit. The burrito place is straight ahead. Then there's the Attaboy, which is their version of a smash burger, which is amazing. And then over here is a ramen shop right here. And then this is where I was telling you guys, you can order it in person. There's people who take your order. But if you want, you can actually order on the computer. Oh, it won't let me start it, but you hit it, pick which place you want, and then pick the whole menu. And then,
That
of
is
course, you
very
can pay for
cool.
it. Yeah. And then and then, of course, you have your standard Chinese restaurants right behind us.
Cool. So I'm
So,
gonna
yeah,
quickly run through a few more of these
yeah.
photos if
Oh,
you
yeah, go
wanna,
ahead.
because I'm gonna have to
I'll tell
run
you.
pretty quick.
Yeah, no
So,
problem.
oh, like this is is this from the rooftop or is?
No, that's my room. This is my room
Oh,
that I'm in at
nice.
right now. So
Cool.
I got lucky. I got a corner suite room on the 6th floor, strip view. So these are my pictures from this morning. Yesterday. Yep,
Nice.
that's the room.
Very
So
spacious. No
very
balcony.
spacious. No balcony though. No, none of the rooms have balconies.
Yeah. I think that's but we used to always joke that that was a bit of a suicide prevention situation.
I mean, just like they can't open the windows, you can only open.
Yeah.
There's like a little sliver thing that you can slide, and it will
Yeah.
let you open the window. Let me flip back this way. There you go.
Isn't it weird?
It
Like
gives.
you can always smell just bacon when you open the window.
Yes, always. They also,
The
for the
weirdest thing.
people who are gamblers, let me just show this. They do have a sports book that is now active here too. Because when I was here in September, they were getting it ready, but it wasn't open yet. So they have a full sports book that takes bets. They have a deli that's running now, and then of course this it's not busy enough yet. But then they have a full bar with the whatever you call this bar game. The games you can play,
Touch
the video
screen.
games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they have all that. So I guess what the point is that they've been making a lot of progress in all of
Yeah.
3 months, and they just keep going, which I think is great.
Yeah. That's
Oops,
great. Cool.
there we go. So yeah, I
Awesome.
think, yeah, I don't know. Do we have any other pictures? I don't remember if there was any more.
No, well, what's this? Oh,
Oh,
that's the
that was
kiss
Kiss.
thing.
Yeah, that was the Kiss area.
Oh, and that was the
That's the
hallways.
Yeah, and people who used to know what the hallways used to look like, how dark and dingy it was,
Yeah.
it's night and day difference. I should
Oh,
have, and
that's
I
good.
didn't think about it because I was rushing yesterday into today. And I'll do it maybe later, and we can show them next week if you want. I'll take a few pictures of the Masquerade Towers version of their hallways, and you're gonna be like,
Oh,
"Holy
cool.
cow!"
Nice. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, my friends have landed, so
No problem.
I should go and run and pick them up instead of making them wait.
I can't let them wait for 10 more minutes. It's okay. It's good for
Yeah,
them.
I know.
Builds character.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks so
Yeah,
much
and then
for taking time. I know
always.
you're running like crazy with this convention, so I
Yeah,
really appreciate you showing us a little bit of what the hotel looks like and telling us all about all the good reasons to stay there. I mean, right alone having a pool area in hot Las Vegas where you can actually sit and enjoy a lounger without it costing you $10,000.
it's
That's a good
insane.
thing.
But yeah, it's insane. And I mean, last night we went to the Caesars property and went to the bars and got some drinks. I mean, I guess I've fallen out of keeping up with the price increases, the inflation. Mixed cocktails now are $25.
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
like,
it used to
holy
be like
cow.
that at the Bellagio. Actually, so probably it was 15 years ago, getting a Caesar at the Bellagio was like 15, $16. Everywhere else on the strip was still reasonable, but that was the
Yeah,
outlier. But yeah, everything's just,
they've all
whatever they
followed
can
suit, and
afford to
they've
charge.
right, and they've all got a theme. Like you got Vanderpumps, you got this. All of them have
Yeah,
they've tagged themselves onto a Gordon Ramsay, looking
yeah.
up whoever. So, but yeah, no,
Crazy.
I'm here for the rest of the week. I'm here till Sunday morning. So I don't know if anyone wants to ask questions, comments. I'll grab things and I can give it to you. I can send you pictures.
Cool. Yeah. So there you go, folks. If you have any questions about Las Vegas or about the Rio Hotel, and this is after you're watching on the replay or you have it out later on, just drop it in the comments below and we'll be in touch with Angelo and we'll see if we can get it all answered for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Have
Well, thank you so
have a
much.
good. You're going on a trip too, right?
Yeah, and we fly out Saturday night, so we'll be in Miami for a couple of nights, and then heading out on the uber luxurious Explora cruise
I can't wait
on
to see that.
Tuesday. Yeah,
I can't
so
wait.
I'll be live from
Is
the
that
cruise
with
ship on
Tammy?
Wednesday. Yeah, yeah,
Perfect. That'll be cool to see.
yeah, definitely. Oh, and sorry, I missed a couple of comments. Christine said, "Oh, I'm way behind. Vegas was a cheap vacation a long time ago." Bojangles, hey Bojangles, sorry I missed you earlier. Looking for a favorite slots as you're walking
Oh,
through.
well,
Yeah.
what was the favorite slot machine? I wonder, Bo. Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, gonna check out
I'm
the
here.
casino, and then Tammy's saying thanks for the tour.
Definitely, Tammy.
Oh, yeah, and Bojangles, Angela was saying that the prices were actually really reasonable, so that's
Yeah,
good too.
at the food hall, at least at the Rio. I went to Caesar's food hall yesterday. Yeah, I got a thing of ramen, chicken ramen. It was $18. We got a thing of pot stickers, another 12. So those were, so Caesar's Rio's though. I wish I could have shown you the menu. It's not on yet. I'll take pictures of it so we can put it on, as for
Mhm.
next week or put it on the thing. Um, their stuff is like $10, $11, $9. So it's a little bit more reasonable. Caesar's is almost at least 50% higher, and Bellagio and
Wow.
MGM, because
Yeah.
I walked all the properties when I was here 3 months ago. I haven't had a chance yet, but yeah, no, the prices here. And I'll give you one quick peek at this menu. So I'll put the camera. Oh, and of course it's backwards. Sorry about that, guys. But if you see the chicken sandwiches, three tenders, 10, 12, all very reasonable. So
Yeah, those are good prices.
Yeah,
What I
and
might do is I might follow up with this if you do send me a few more photos. I
of
might
course.
put them together in an actual video, not a live, but
Oh,
I'll put it together in a video, and then that way we can show people a little bit more of the prices and stuff like that, and just kind of reiterate some of these things.
yeah, and I'll get
Yeah,
pictures. I'll get pictures of get good pictures of the food hall when I'm here when it opens up.
cool. Sounds
Sounds
great. Well,
good.
thanks again for joining, and
Definitely.
I will follow up with you guys. I'll be back next Wednesday from the Caribbean somewhere. We'll be at sea. And like I said, I will confirm the time in the next either today or tomorrow. And I'll be live from the cruise ship and showing you what that's like. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you enjoy the rest of your conference. And
Thank you. My feet
we'll
will be
see
hurt.
every.
My feet will be on
Yeah, oh,
fire,
yeah,
but it'll be all
yeah,
good.
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we'll see everybody next week. So bye.